right?
Finally.
Yeah, finally. So, Lisa, thank you so much for your time and for your willingness to
Thank you so much for having
us.
me.
Yeah. Welcome to the Indonesian community. And before we begin, I would like to introduce myself. So this is the first time we actually doing live together, right? So thank you. And what time is it now in New York?
It's 9 a.m. in the morning.
9 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here in Jakarta it's 8 p.m. So,
8 p.m.
Yeah. So
very large time difference.
Yeah, very large time difference. So really great to see you today. And thank you everyone for joining our evening session. My name is Fong Tajuni, and actually my mission is to empower women to be independent, to grow personally, and to believe in their dreams. So what I do, Lisa, is I do this through the community of women in Jakarta. It's called Kinsmam, where I conduct my free seminar on how to have more me time. So in my seminar, actually, I've mentioned about getting organized, right? Because of the famous, I think, Benjamin Franklin quotes, for every minute spent organizing, an hour is earned, right? So I always believe, So I always believe that if we are organized, we can really save time. So I think the best approach for us to save time and to get organized is to learn from the pros, from the professionals. So we are really honored that we have you here today with us this evening to share with us some of your tips. And you are a home organizing coach and also KonMari Certified Consultant, right, Lisa? So thank you for joining us. And for my first question, so if we have several areas in our house and we want to get organized, so how do we begin?
So since I'm operating according to the KonMari method, so I don't know how much your audience knows about the method, but it's all about organizing according to categories and not according to areas. So, but the first thing you should do before you do anything, before you touch any little thing, is to get really clear on your goals and your vision. Like really envision, like, what is an ideal day in your life look like? Like, what do you want with your life? Like, how do you want to live? What kind of job do you want to have? So we get really big and really clear on our goals first. So I recommend, usually I ask my clients a couple questions so they get really like clear on what they want. Or you can do a vision board or anything like that. And then you can start. So in the method, we go by category, and there's a very specific order to the categories. So we have 5 broad categories, and the first one is clothing. So so you start with clothing. So, and what you do is you gather every single piece of clothing that you own in one spot, ideally. So if you have a large amount, you can do by subcategory, but ideally you want to see everything you own in one place, because that really, you see what you have at once and can really make an informed decision about what you want to keep and what you want to let go of, right? Because, a lot of people have different kinds of closets and they don't really know how much they have. So if you see everything in one place, for a lot of people, it's like a shock. It's like, oh my gosh, I have so much. So it has it can impact so many different areas of your life, and you can apply the method to basically everything. You can apply it to relationships, it's to your career, like everything. So it's just about choosing joy and what serves you in your life. So it has much bigger implications.
Okay. So teman-teman, I would like to ask them if they still have more questions, okay? So teman-teman, kalau misalnya masih ada pertanyaan untuk Lisa, silakan nanti diketik supaya saya bisa tanyakan kepada Lisa, ya. So Lisa, how is the situation in New York right now? So with the COVID.
Yeah. So, I mean, we are all required to stay inside at home. We can still go outside, for exercise. And the grocery stores are open. So, but we are required to, do social distancing. So keep our distance from other people and wear a mask and gloves. So yeah, that's our life right now. How about you in Jakarta?
Yeah, it's also the same that we are doing the social distancing, and grocery stores are still open, and so actually now is a good time for us to start organizing, right? So is there
exactly?
So maybe we all have to go to your Facebook group and then join you and get accountability from you, right? So I have a few people just joining. My friend Marjorie, thank you for joining. My coach Haryanto Kandani, thank you for joining. And there's another question from Francisca. Lisa, where can we learn about Marie Kondo method?
Go to my website. I have a lot of free resources. So if you go in my on my Instagram profile, there's a link to take a KonMari quiz. So it tells you about how ready you are to start tidying up, how urgently you start tidying. So if you take this quiz, I'm going to send you a follow-up email with links to download a KonMari category checklist with more information about the method and so on. So I think the best thing is to just do the quiz and then I'll send you more information. Empty out everything and you can categorize into 3 different categories. So, and if you download my list, if you do the quiz, you'll see all the different categories I'm talking about. But basically it's eating implements. So you make a pile with all the stuff, all your plates and all your silverware. And then it's cooking implements. So all the pans and pots and stuff. And then you have food as a as a 3rd category. And then maybe you can do a 4th one, which is miscellaneous stuff. I don't know, usually people have scissors in the kitchen and all that kind of stuff. And then same thing. And then I would really recommend to wipe out, do a deep clean, because that's usually not something we do.
Yeah.
When do we ever empty out all your kitchen cabinets? Never, right?
Yeah.
So give it a good wipe down.
So this is interesting. So if we have old plates or pots and pans that we hardly use, then we have to get rid of them, right? But because sometimes we keep a lot of things in the kitchen, like glasses, glassware, some of the things we don't even use throughout the year. So
yeah.
We have to give it away. Okay, so
you would tackle your closet. So that's the first thing you should do. And then you're moving out of your bedroom again, because I want you to do books and papers. Oh, so papers might be, if you have your office or your desk in your bedroom. So that might be the 3rd category. So it's really about gathering all kinds of papers that have any kind of written information on it. And I also would recommend, if you work from home, separate your personal and your work papers. So really treat that as 2 different projects, because work papers can be, you can still apply the KonMari method to the work papers too, but you might, require to, keep more papers than in your personal life.
Okay, so we still go by category, even though we want to start organizing our bedroom. So we should still start from the clothing, and then the books, and then the paper, and then we go back to the room. Okay, that's really interesting. So final message for all of us here in Indonesia, and thank you so much, Lisa, for sharing these valuable insights with all of us. And things are memorable things. Yeah. Oh, Debbie just joined. Thank you, Debbie, for joining. And everyone is saying thank you to you, Lisa, from Ling.
Thank you so much for having me.
From Raya. Okay. So Raya have already summarized. Number 1 is clothing. 2nd is books. Third is paper. Number 4 is komonos, right?
Komono.
Miscellaneous, yeah, komonos. And number 5
Yep.
is, what is number 5? Oh, it's
It's mementos, sentimental.
Oh, mementos. And I wish you all the best. And
Thank you,
also
you too.
stay safe and healthy. So maybe we should do another live sometime. And thank you so
I would
much
love to.
for your time, yeah, and for your willingness to share with us. And I hope you've enjoyed our live session. And I really learned a lot about it. I wrote out like four pages, and it's really interesting.
Awesome.
It's really interesting how the method. So yeah, everyone is wishing and saying thank you to you from Marjorie, Raya, Komono, yeah, Komono and Mementos. Okay, IG-nya Lisa T. Celebedis, ya. Nanti saya akan ketik, nanti teman-teman semua silakan follow. Ada juga di account saya dari Rosa. Thank you so much, Lisa. And also Ilona and Paul, Diana. Yeah, thank you so much. And have a pleasant day. It's Tuesday, right? For you?
Yep.
Tuesday morning. Yeah. Have a pleasant day. And God bless, Lisa. Thank you so much for sharing with us. And really great
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You too.
Yeah, thank you teman-teman. Terima kasih sudah mengikuti. Ya, jadi kita akan mengakhiri sesi hari ini. Terima kasih teman-teman sudah join dan pastikan teman-teman hadir kembali besok jam 4 sore. Kita akan ketemu. Oke? Thank you Lisa. So